Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We are doing another reading. Today's reading is for one of my oldest friends, Jocelyn. So I'm so excited that you asked for one of these and are open to me reading you. So we'll just dive right in. I'm gonna read from the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rachel, scratch that, Rebecca Campbell. Because it's more airy, a little more fairy, a little bit more ethereal, a little bit more, you know, up in the ethers, which I feel like you get a little bit of that going on. The mysticism, the mystical, the magic, the, you know, believing in the unseen. The more to life. So, here's your card. Oh, flashed it. Okay, here is your card. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? This to me is like kind of obvious that you are answering the call. What you've been doing with your paintings, you know, and like that creative outlet that you've been allowing of yourself is like so cool to see. And I feel like, really, I don't have much to offer you in terms of guidance or insights, because I feel like you have so come into who you really are. And you've always had that element of like not being ashamed of who you are and fully just being your authentic self. And so I feel like, if anything, this is me taking an opportunity to thank you for being your authentic self and for being who you really are and for following your passions and following what you really love to do, because it's been an example for me. It's been an inspiration for me. You were a person in my life that showed me what it meant to just do what you want to do despite what anyone thinks or what it looks like to other people. You know, the way you were with your books and the way you were with, you know, everything. It was just like, you just did what you really loved to do and you were generally really happy. And like, I don't know, it's just like, it's really cool, because for me, I've been coming into this point more so recently of realizing I can actually do what I really like to do without being ashamed of that. I can embrace my unique interests. I can embrace my unique ways of creativity. You know, like even that word creativity, I had no relationship to that word, you know, 5 years ago. And so I'm kind of coming into this realization of what it means to follow my passions, follow my interests, follow what lights me up, what makes me excited, because that to me is what, you know, is a soul calling. It's that thing of that, like, it's like that, you know, it's not so big, you know, the soul's calling. It's not such a big thing. It's something that happens every single day, which is, what am I inspired to do today? What sounds fun today? What would really just get me fucking going? You know, it's like you getting a passport and like getting excited about traveling. That's a soul's calling that you're answering, you know? So it's like, I guess really this is for everybody else because you, Jocelyn, are like, you got it. Like, you are living your point. You are living your passion. You are following your interests, and like, as you should. That's what life is about. Life is about not waiting for things to be different or for something to happen, but going out and making the initiative to say, well, this sounds good to me, this is what I want to do, so I need to get this done. I want to travel. I feel so inspired and excited about traveling, so what do I need? I need a passport. Let me go get a passport. You know, it's like, that's so cool, because it's like, that's really how we make the best life possible for ourselves, is by simply doing what needs to be done in order for us to experience what it is we really want to experience. You know, and I think for me, I was really stuck for a long time in that state of, something needs to change before I can have this. Something needs to happen before I can experience this. I need to make this sort of money. I need to have this kind of experience before I can do this thing. And I was really keeping myself in like a state of limbo, of waiting, purgatory, if you will, of just like waiting for someone to give me the okay for me to live my life to the utmost potential, and thinking that I needed certain conditions in order to live my best life. When I realize now, And I feel like you've embodied this, is that you don't have to wait. You just go do, live your life now. Go do, live your life now, you know? And so I don't know. I don't really know what I can say about this card, because I feel like you are on it. Like you do it. What is your soul calling you to do? So yeah, I don't really know what I can say about this, except for I'll read the book definition, because I feel like you are clear. You're clear on what you want and who you are. And that who you are is the most important thing, because it's the who you are that determines your life and your life experience. And so if you're clear on who you are, then you're clear in your life, and smooth sailing, going with the flow, living your best life, having fun, enjoying every moment that you can, you know, spending time with people, doing things that you really enjoy doing. Like that, how else do you make a life that at the end of it you're going to be satisfied and proud of and no regrets, is by doing the things today that, you know, you're not holding back on anything. You're not waiting for anything. You're doing what you can now to create the experiences you want to create. That's how you have a fulfilling life, by fulfilling your desires to do what it is you really want to do. So well done, Jocelyn. I really can't say more to that. So I'll read the card definition. Maybe that has, or the book's definition, maybe that has some further insights for us. But honestly, like, you've been such a good example for me of like just not like compromising yourself for other people, whereas I for a long time was really stuck in that, caring what other people thought. I was really stuck in that, and in allowing that, I prevented myself from really like investigating for myself what is it that I like, what is it that I'm interested in, who am I, getting to know myself, spending time alone, spending time with myself to see what is it that I want to do, you know, because I was so consumed by what other people thought of me and making sure that I fit in and making sure that everyone liked me. So I thought that I had to be a certain way and do certain things that were acceptable, and fuck, how much of my life I wasted. But not a waste, because I learned that, oh my god, my life is for me to live and do and have what I want, you know, and like, it's been a really fun process. So thank you for being such a good example of being yourself and loving yourself enough to like not give a flying F what anyone else is doing or saying or thinking about you, you know, and just doing you. You do you, girl. Okay, answer the call. Let's see what this says. Okay. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary, it might not make sense, but if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step, but intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul, and that's why most people don't do it, but you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it is leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it, and you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. So what is your soul calling you to do? So I think just a good reminder for all of us that like there is something specific we're here for, you know, and there is, you know, we have a very unique life experience to live. And someone once told me, my life, my process, who I am will not be known unless it is lived. And it's precisely that. You're not going to know what your life's truest, highest, utmost potential calling is until you live it. And it's simply by you doing what you're doing, which is allowing yourself to be creative, following your passions, following your interests, doing what feels the best to you in each moment, and not compromising and not thinking you have to do anything else or should do anything else, but really like embracing the idea that this life is meant to be fun, it's meant to be joyous, it's meant to be celebrated, and and like seen as the freaking miracle that it is. And so cheers to you, Jocelyn, for, you know, celebrating yourself and living your utmost potential and pushing to explore and experience as much as you can. Like, to see you expand over the years has been so amazing. So thank you for that gift, and I'm excited to see where your life takes you, and I'm excited for our, you know, soon to be rendezvous, wherever that may be. So thanks for being open to letting me read you. Definitely reach out. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, you want to share some perspective. Would love to hear from you, and thanks again. Okay, see you around.